Okay, you keep talking about the South Side of Chicago.
That's where
the gangs and all that. We're not talking about.
Where's the buildings? What's the
name of the community? Name of that black community. I forget the name of the black community.
But so
those are middle class people, working people.
Passionate.
They're middle class working people in those communities who have been there for not hundreds, but decades.
How much time we got?
It's still on there.
So if you're in Chicago and you're black and you're trying to do something with your life, buy a ticket to Atlanta. Okay?
No.
Because Atlanta, you have hope.
No. Build up your community. Build up your community.
The South Side.
Okay, we know the South Side bad, but there's West Chicago, there's North Chicago.
All that shit sucks.
All right? I'm talking about that. I'm not talking about South Chicago. I'm not talking about what the white media always say when they use the phrase Chicago, which actually signify blacks, something negative when they use the term Chicago. Okay?
Chicago ain't shit, man. I'm telling you.
Do your research, brother.
I've already done the research. I've done the homework, bro.
Google it.
Do you know?
Can I say that? Can I say my research?
It's not South Chicago.
Biggest
city
market
in America.
City
Do you know that over the last 10 years, there's been 600K people that are leaving Chicago, and they're highly black.
And you know why?
It's so hard for blacks to survive.
You know why?
He does not want to face the fact because it's black people.
Just like they're in New York.
He don't want to
Wait
face
a minute.
that.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna face the fact.
No, you
just
don't.
Just like in New York, a lot of people have left New York and California because that the population of people that's coming over are controlling certain areas like LA. It's very priced out of range. When most people have lost their houses, the homeless rate is high with black people. Okay, and this all stuff is by design. And the Democratic Party is a part of that. Do your research.
You ain't got nothing to say about the Walmart. You ain't got nothing to say about the Walmart that they looted and destroyed and burnt down.
Okay, I heard about that. I heard about that.
Mexicans will never do
and all that.
They hard working. They ain't gonna do that.
So you agree that I should your tax dollar? I should pay my tax dollar. I should pay my tax. I should pay my tax dollars for people who don't pay taxes.
That's a different conversation.
No. That's what I'm trying. This is what I'm trying to say. That situation that's going on in West Chicago. These are tax-paying people, and they're giving $51 million of the people's tax money to house these migrant people.
First off, if you're a taxpayer, you're probably a sucker in Chicago.
What?
If you're a tax-paying citizen in Chicago, you're a sucker, most likely.
Why? Because you're not living in South.
Listen, you ready?
You
ready? Or you want to do your thing?
You're not living
you want to go, or I should go? You want to go? You go. Go ahead. Go.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm just.
Let me say what
I want to hear what the sucker thing is.
Yeah, they suckers, bro.
All right, go ahead. Wow.
If you're paying to live in a place where you receive no benefits, you're a sucker. If you got to duck and dodge bullets, you're a sucker. You're financially abused.
What area are you talking about?
Listen. Anywhere, if you're on the south or the west side, the ghetto, and you're paying taxes, you haven't started a business.
The west side is.
All right, go ahead, OG.
West side is family orientated, people that have own homes and everything like that. Okay, go ahead.
The reason why Hispanics, their culture, they thrive in America more so than blacks because they're willing to start businesses. When you start businesses, you have a tax shelter. You can save your money. Let me finish the thought.
Go ahead.
You can save your money and not be taken advantage of by a system that is agnostic towards you and doesn't care about you. You can shield your money.
Really?
These people come in here and don't give shit because they're smarter. They know how to navigate the country and then do what they need to do.
Do you think that all people that come to this country is
immigrants are way more likely than Americans to start businesses?
Do you think that all immigrants that come here start a business?
They're more likely. You want me to pull that up too?
Crime.
You want me to pull it up?
Pull it up.
What do you want to see?
Some of them are a part of gangs and crime and everything else. And plus a lot of them will take certain jobs that normally will pay them less than what the job is worth.
So?
And that's a fact.
So?
What do you mean that's a fact?
So
you're gonna tell me if you got
this is the stat.
You
ready to see the stat? This is what the stat says, fellas. The stat says immigrants are 80% more likely to start a business than people born in the U.S.
And why is that?
I'm not just making shit up.
Why is that so?
This is what they're telling me.
Are they saying black people?
It's a culture.
Are they saying
if
black?
If your culture is not
people?
Success,
are they saying black people?
You ain't gonna be shit.
Are they saying black people? Are they saying black people? Since you want to get on the film, are they saying black people?
You ain't gonna.
Are they saying black people?
You ain't gonna make.
Are they saying black people?
You ain't gonna.
Are you saying you come to who? What group of people are they talking about?
I said immigrants. That's
no, I'm talking about. Are they saying black people?
Black people what?
Are the ones. Yeah, of course. If I'm giving you assistance and I'm helping you start off a business, of course.
Come down.
Listen. If I'm giving you assistance and helping you out, this and that, of course you're able. Of course you're able. Ain't nobody coming over here with no money or nothing. Not starting a business. That's a lie.
They started business.
Stop that lie. It's a lie.
He mad.
It's a lie.
He mad.
I'm telling y'all people it's a lie.
It's not a lie. It's a lie.
No, it ain't.
Bro, why would Google lie?
Google ain't all that says everything. Everything in Google ain't true.
It says, why are immigrants entrepreneurs? Traditionally, it has been thought that immigrants make such good entrepreneurs both because they bring novel perspectives with them from their homeland, but also unfamiliarity with the domestic labor market makes entrepreneurship an attractive alternative to traditional employment.
Yeah, and because they cheap labor and they'll do the work for less money.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, if you're an employee, of course you're going to hire somebody to go do the work for cheap labor.
All right, what's
you're
wrong
not
with
going to give you're not going to give a man a fair wage for a fair day pay.
Southside Chicago ain't
shit.
I'm sorry, bro. This is a failed state of black governance.
Why should I give? If I'm a skilled worker and I'm an engineer or electrician, and I'm going and my skill is $40-50 an hour, and you willing to pay another person $10 an hour, as an employer, you gonna pay that one $10 an hour. You don't want to pay me the amount that I'm due for, and I'm due to make $40 an hour because of my skill trade.
You need more finesse.
More finesse for what? What are you talking about?
The market
what are you talking about?
The market
Look at the latest statistics. So you're telling me if you're a surgeon, you gonna let somebody operate on you who ain't a surgeon?
If I'm a
surgeon, are you crazy?
If I'm a surgeon, if I'm a surgeon, what?
If you are a surgeon, you're gonna let a person who's not a surgeon operate on you? No.
Yeah, why would I do
Why
that?
would you do that?
I would never do that.
Okay,
that doesn't make sense.
Because they don't lack the skill or the training to do the job.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But if I went to school, went to medical, went to regular 4-year college, went 5 years to medical school and everything like that, that qualifies me. That qualifies me.
No, they're not. They're coming over here to sweep and clean floors and clean up your house and paint the ceiling.
All of them.
They're not coming here to be the president of America. They're not taking no good ass job.
How many construction people you see on the site?
America needs immigrants, man.
You see Mexicans.
All these niggas know how to do is drill and pop perks. They don't know shit.
You don't see blacks, so you're telling me that
I have no
black
faith.
people are not skilled in construction sites? You see very few blacks on a construction site.
I can say,
and that's by design.
Black people built America, and Hispanics are continuing to build America.
No, black people built America. You're right, but the Spanish, some of them are the new slaves.
You can hate on the hustle however you want to hate.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you something. I'm gonna ask you something now. What you talk about Florida? How your boy DeSantis ran all of the migrants and Mexicans out of Florida, and who's going down there picking them fruits now?
Nobody.
Okay. But they did that. He did that by design.
Yeah.
But white people ain't going down there to pick it,
and neither are
and black people are not either. Why? Because my family picked cotton and tobacco. Well, they all like. Why I'm gonna go pick fruit for less money?
OG, your generation is gone though, OG. Those were the good, strong black people. All we got now is perk addicts and niggas that want to rap. They ain't about to do shit. When I'm talking about these Southside Chicago niggas that kill each other at an alarming
I'm not talking
rate,
about that.
these
They
niggas
wrong.
are not black people. They're animals.
I'm talking about.
They're savages. I would take a Mexican over a savage any day. I live
Okay,
next to
all right,
two
all right.
Mexicans.
Yeah,
I don't want to live next to a fucking savage. King Von, I don't fuck with you.
I'm not
I don't want to live with you.
I'm not justifying a person that has savage behavior and untamed behavior.
What city is
I'm
more
talking
savage
about,
than Southside
I'm talking
Chicago?
about all people in Chicago is not that. You have the west side of Chicago, which have black people that own homes, businesses,
So why should they care?
work every day.
So why should they be worried and threatened by that?
Because you're allowing people, because your tax dollar is going to people who have not paid taxes.
But that's because
and
they're
when,
suckers.
and when you tell Merm, and let's go back.
I'm like Trump, baby.
Let's go back to the Democratic Party. Rahm Emanuel was the one that shut down 50 schools in Chicago because he claimed the schools wasn't productive and everything like that.
They can't even read in Chicago.
All right, excuse me. He changed out 50. Now they opening the schools when the people were saying, let's open community centers, let's open something for the youth. They didn't want to do that. Now they opening the centers for people, migrant people, in those schools that were closed down, and they're not doing anything for the community. Ask yourself a question.